It was here that God took me by the hand and showed me how to love like I never thought possible. Just a few miles away, J.E.'s one-time duet partner was performing in a supper club she owned in Gatlinburg. The burdens and demands of operating that venue were staggering. After many conversations with me, seeking my blessing, J.E. decided to ask her if she wanted to sing with him again on his show. At one time, they created some memorable music. As singing partners, they were good together. After all those years apart, she accepted his invitation on one condition. She would only work with J.E. if it were okay with me. Some of my friends were astounded that I would allow him and her to perform on stage together again. They wanted to know how in the world I could sit there and watch them sing love songs to each other, knowing their history. I guess my best answer is, that's exactly what it was, history. Believe it or not, I found myself taking up for her and defending her. When J.E. and I remarried in 1981, I wiped the slate clean. We really did start anew. I trusted him. It's a difficult thing to explain because I'm not sure I could have forgiven without God's presence in my life. I'm not sure it's humanly possible. When you give a heavy burden to God, He makes mashed potatoes out of it. He helps you see the big picture, and the grievances of the past are just not important. Before Jesus died on the cross, He spoke to His Father and said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." Neither J.E. nor she knew the full extent of the repercussions their actions would cause. People make mistakes. People absolutely make mistakes. The thing that was so unfortunate in our case was that those mistakes were played out and judged in the public eye. Everyone knew, or thought they knew, what we were going through. Our lives were an open book. Many times when I'd drive over to spend a weekend with J.E. in Pigeon Forge, the three of us would go out to dinner. I began to enjoy her company. In the late 70s, when they were riding the wave of success as a singing duo, she and I were merely business acquaintances. With time shared in the Smokies, we began to really talk. We laughed together, and we even shopped together. We became friends. It was years before we actually apologized to each other. We both had done some things we regretted, and eventually we both said, "I'm sorry for the pain I caused you." We had to find our footing first, our rhythm. Sometimes it is better to move forward without words. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. I believed she was sincere in her actions. It was something I sensed. I could feel it in my bones. Without being fully aware that it was happening, it just happened. We forged a strange new friendship, a friendship we've nurtured for the past 20-plus years. I remember J.E. said to me once that he believed if she had it to do all over again, she would have handled things very differently. In hindsight, I have to admit, I would have too.